Wave Race 64, developed by Nintendo and released in 1996 for the Nintendo 64, is a classic jet ski racing game that became a fan favorite due to its impressive water physics, tight controls, and vibrant visuals. Players control jet skis and race across a series of courses in either championship, time trials, stunt mode, or multiplayer races. The main goal is to race through a series of buoys while maintaining speed and balance to beat opponents. One of Wave Race 64's most defining features is its realistic water physics, which were groundbreaking for the time. The waves, currents, and water conditions affect how the jet skis handle, making it important for players to adjust their racing style based on the dynamic environment. The game uses a buoy system, where players must pass on the correct side of buoys during a race. Passing on the wrong side penalizes players, reducing their engine power and potentially leading to disqualification. The courses are set in various tropical and seaside locations, including lakes, harbors, and coastal resorts. Each track offers different wave conditions, obstacles, and weather effects, like fog and rain, which add to the challenge. The changing water dynamics across the tracks keep the racing fresh, as players have to adapt to new conditions. Wave Race 64 was originally intended to be a more straightforward racing game with motorboats, but Nintendo changed the focus to jet skis, which ultimately defined its unique gameplay. Shigeru Miyamoto oversaw the project, ensuring that the game delivered the high level of polish expected from first-party Nintendo titles. Wave Race 64 set a new standard for racing games with its innovative water physics, smooth controls, and enjoyable gameplay. It's a shining example of Nintendo's ability to take a simple concept, jet ski racing, and turn it into something iconic. To this day, it remains one of the best racing titles on the Nintendo 64, known for its exciting, fluid gameplay and timeless appeal. The development of Wave Race 64 is a fascinating journey that showcases Nintendo's innovation, particularly in its approach to water physics and technical challenges. Originally, Wave Race 64 started as a racing game featuring motorboats, rather than jet skis. The game's first incarnation was intended for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, using the Super FX chip, which allowed for basic 3D rendering. However, the project was put on hold, and as Nintendo shifted focus to the Nintendo 64, N64, the concept evolved. As the team explored new possibilities with the N64 hardware, they transitioned from motorboats to jet skis. This decision added a layer of excitement and maneuverability to the gameplay. Jet skis were more responsive, and the dynamic motion of riding over waves better aligned with the system's 3D capabilities. The legendary Shigeru Miyamoto, who created franchises like Super Mario and The Legend of Zelda, played a supervisory role in the development of Wave Race 64. His involvement ensured the game had the level of polish and innovation expected from a first-party Nintendo title. The core development was handled by Nintendo's EAD division, which had worked on other cutting-edge N64 titles like Super Mario 64. This team was responsible for pushing the limits of what the N64 could do with water physics and environmental effects. One of the primary technical achievements of Wave Race 64 was its realistic water physics, which were revolutionary for their time. The developers focused on making the water feel alive, with waves that dynamically shifted based on wind, weather, and player interaction. This gave each race a sense of unpredictability as players had to navigate and adapt to ever-changing water conditions. The game's physics engine simulated waves in real time, making the surface of the water dynamic rather than just a flat, static plane. The team spent considerable time ensuring that the waves responded to the players' movements, creating a sense of resistance, buoyancy, and momentum that hadn't been seen in racing games before. The N64's advanced 3D rendering capabilities allowed the team to create vibrant environments, from sunny tropical beaches to fog-covered harbors. The game's environments were lush, detailed, and complemented by dynamic lighting and weather effects, which made the world feel alive. Although the game featured a handful of unique tracks, some players felt that there wasn't enough variety. The game's environments, while beautiful, often reused similar themes, such as tropical beaches and harbors, and the number of tracks was relatively small, only 9 in total. This led to a sense of repetition, especially in longer play sessions. While the championship, time trial, and stunt modes provided some variation, players seeking more game modes or deeper customization options might have found the game lacking. The absence of a robust career mode or more complex multiplayer options limited replay value compared to other racing games of the time. The AI opponents could be inconsistent in difficulty. In some races, the AI felt too easy to beat, while in others, the AI could seem unfair, particularly in the later stages of the championship mode. This uneven difficulty curve made it frustrating for some players, as winning a race could sometimes feel more like luck than skill. The buoy system, which required players to pass buoys on the correct side, could be unforgiving. Missing buoys resulted in reduced engine power, significantly impacting race performance. For some players, this strict system made the game feel overly punishing, especially in later races when missing even a single buoy could cost them the entire race. Unlike other Nintendo games that featured iconic characters or narratives, like Mario Kart 64 or F-Zero, Wave Race 64 was relatively light on story or character development. The playable racers were generic jet ski riders with little personality or backstory. This lack of identity made it harder for players to connect with the characters and racers, leaving the focus solely on the racing itself. While players could slightly adjust their jet skis' handling, top speed, and acceleration, customization options were limited. Players couldn't upgrade their vehicles or unlock new ones, which was a feature becoming more common in other racing games of the time. The limited progression system meant players didn't have much to work towards outside of simply winning races. Thanks for watching this deep dive into Wave Race 64. From its groundbreaking water physics to its intense racing action, it's no wonder the game became a fan favorite. Despite some technical limitations, Wave Race 64 managed to sell nearly 2 million copies worldwide, making it one of the most successful titles on the Nintendo 64. What are your memories of this classic? Share them in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more retro gaming content. Until next time, keep racing those waves and stay tuned for more No Drama Llama gaming.